Hello, I'm Bob Baker, Classic Pianos here in Denver, and I'm here with Dr. Indrek Laul from Estonia, and he's been with us a few days here in Denver, visiting clients who have bought pianos from us, doing master classes, concerts, and we've been doing a lot of things at the store also, and we've learned so much about Estonia, about the pianos, about his manufacturing, about his family. It's been awesome. So we're just going to spend a little time here getting to know Dr. Indrek more and maybe about what we've done so far in the time that he's been here. So this is Dr. Indrek Laul.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bob, for having us. On behalf of all our craftsmen, we are very grateful that you and Classic Pianos is representing Estonia.
We appreciate all that you do. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been many, many years that we worked together already, and I'm looking toward very positive and great growth from here.
Me too. It's been an exciting week. I mean, we've done a lot in a few days. It's been so much.
Oh, thank you.
In the trail. Yeah, it's been wonderful. And getting to know you more and meeting your wife for the first time. What a wonderful pianist she is also.
And likewise, as I wrote to you just a thank you note, I said that you're a living legend. And these are not only my words, but what people locally here talk about you. Besides wonderful sons that you have doing on such high level work, Alex, who has joined you at the company there, it's always a very strong team to have father and son together. I appreciate that very much at our factory, and also with the Yunus family, the owners of the Classic Pianos there, that they have sons in the business and a father. This is a wonderful, wonderful combination.
I've appreciated the time that we've spent together, but also thankful to the Yunuses. I joined them about 13 years ago and have had nothing but great friendship that we've kind of been doing together over these years. I knew Brian's father from the business because I've been in the business for over 40 years, but then actually being able to work together with him and his sons has been wonderful. It's been wonderful.
These years, 40 years in the business itself is an achievement. It's a lifetime achievement. We have been traveling now from classic stores, from Bellevue to Portland, and now here. And I can say that we do find the very good kind of family feeling at each store. How people care for each other, care for the pianos, the customers, take very good care of their customers, good service thereafter, and all, so that we share the long vision for that you don't look things for short term, just the opposite. You build a name and you look long term.
I agree 100%. So during our different meets and things that we've done with the Piano Technicians Guild, a thing that always came around, which I love, was your story and your name and what your name means and about how you got into the business.
Yeah, it's interesting that the name Laul means a song in Estonian language. And from there, singing Estonia, lauleves Eesti klaver, Estonia, there is this singing element in the language itself. And having the combination, that's exactly what we're looking at the piano, that we want the instrument to sing. And sometimes when we perform, we say that go and sing your heart out. And the instrument should be there to enable you to do so.
Well, you are also a living legend, so being in the group of Juilliard graduates in the top 100, which is a pretty awesome thing. I mean, I really admire you and the way your performance, your playing, it's just been, and how you love music. That's one of the great things.
Thank you for good words, but I grew up in a musician's family. My mother is a pianist, father a choir conductor. And when you grow up in the music like this, it's become the natural part. Even though I later on, yes, studied at the Juilliard and did my master's doctorate there, it's not everything you study. Growing up in the music and in that environment, I also sang myself in the father's boys choir. And from there, all this singing and the music and the flow and everything, working with conductors, etc., continuing piano solo performance, it was just a flow as such, since that was what I heard my mother play at home, the piano, and the music my father was conducting there also. Yeah, and now we're continuing that in the piano.
Did you ever think you would be a piano company maker, owner, when you grew up as a musician?
That I could not foresee. But I do remember I grew up first, we had an upright piano. And just about when I was 12, 13, my parents got the grand piano. The change from there. I heard my mother play Chopin First Etude, and it was so amazing. I wanted to learn that piece. The colors, the sounds, the effects of a grand piano, they were just so captivating. I liked practicing.
That's awesome. Well, you have a love for music, you can tell. When you play, you smile. It's not just about the notes, it's about the sound, and it's about the soul that you put into the music. You could see it when you're playing. Even if you're just playing something, even if you're just warming up or playing anything, it's like everything means, it has every performance, whether it's just a practice, you put a soul into the music, which is different than a lot of musicians. I really appreciate that. I mean, it's...
Thank you, and therefore I think that we shouldn't be doing some dry exercises, because they're non-musical. But whenever you are practicing there, always try to be musical. And if the passages are fast, you can practice them slower, but not to forget the music in it, that it doesn't become technical.
It's pretty amazing.
And there was an interesting comment by the pianist Glenn Gould, who emphasized that before your performance, you shouldn't be playing for a day or two. That when you go to the piano, you're not just tired from all this practice and exercise, but you also spark with the sound, and you feel, wow, that's amazing. And it does make me sometimes smile.
Yeah. I like that. I really like that.
That a performer should also have the freshness.
Right.
The wow effect.
Right.
Is both to the audience and to yourself. Not that you go there and just, it started again.
Right.
Something spectacular now.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, I haven't, I perform a little bit also, but it's sometimes you worry about performing, but if you have a couple days and you just come in, I understand that freshness.
You're way too modest. You're a great performer. There are several YouTube videos and you singing and you making your own compositions. This is wonderful. I recommend to look at Bob Baker piano and you will see these videos going. Wonderful. And therefore it's so good to talk with you and also to cooperate in the piano business, because you come from the musical side of it. You understand the musical meaning, the sounds, the colors, you play yourself, you know the right feel. That's what it's about.
It's been great being able to, and especially in the sales business, we're not selling a piano, we're selling music, we're selling a life to people. Something that continues on and can continue from their family to another person's family.
Yeah.
That's what's very, very important about it. But you have to love what you do. It can't be just sales. You have to love what you do, like you do in your piano making. Very important about the whole thing about you.
And what I like, Classic Pianos has the motto, a passion for pianos. We share the passion. It truly is. Whether I have to be there Saturdays, Sundays, or any other day of the week, we love going to the factory. It's a hobby, a lifestyle, a passion, all mixed up. And I truly enjoy that.
Yeah, so I've been to most of the, probably 80% of the manufacturing plants in the world, and nobody plays. You play. So you know what's expected of the piano. You know what the piano can do, and so and you also know how to make it better, because as a musician, everybody else is taking opinions from research and from developers and everything else, but not from the actual musician that can be there day on every day and seeing something every day. That's what's I think is wonderful about, and you'll make that many pianos. It's wonderful.
Yes, thank you, because I feel that we can't play through so many of them. That itself already sets some restrictions. Yes, we do work with technicians, sometimes for hours at the very end, to work on the hammers, the voicing, to get a very even, beautiful sound, check the instruments, other qualities. So we sign off each and every piano that goes from the factory. And now that we travel, we do have our chief technician do that for us for the first time, I would say.
Yeah.
And it coincides with shipping some pianos out, but he knows us already so long that it's more 11 years or so. They know our taste and what we're looking for. Yeah. And it's important that you have set the goal, that this is how we envision the piano should sound, and everything else works toward that. The plates, the strings, materials, soundboard, not only that you try to have them of the highest quality, but they all are integrated and cooperate toward that best sounding touch and feel and sound.
Agreed. Yeah, it's wonderful. Tell me one thing. So we were talking earlier, because you were gone, your son was at the factory, and tell us about that experience.
It was wonderful. We had a customer who flew in from England, and he wanted to check the instruments, and so for the first time, our son Bruno, who's today 17, was invited to a factory to play. Yeah. It's the first time that he was performing there as such to a customer. And it happened to be that Estonian TV station 3 called in and asked whether they can come and videotape something. So since he was there, I heard that he also played for the television. He was so excited. He told us what's happening on playing. He plays more his own compositions, improvises there. But we feel that while we are here playing, there is already next generation playing as well.
That was wonderful. Yeah, when I heard about that, it was like perfect opportunity for him. And then once you engage with the TV company and with a customer, you find a different love for what you do. And you kind of have it kind of helps you in maybe deciding what you want to do in life, because you get these experiences that help you grow and help you with decisions.
Yes.
It was awesome to hear about that. I mean, it was like having a son also. It was the same thing. My third son has the restaurant Kumoya, and he started with at the beginning, right out of the hospital. We stopped at the sushi bar because it was happy hour.
Yes.
And we brought him into the restaurant, and he got to meet the owners right after he was born. And here we come 30 some years later, he has his own sushi bar restaurant that he's opening, which is unbelievable.
what he does there is a work of art. You have another artist there. His field is slightly different, but we took pictures of these sushi pieces. The way they are presented, the quality, that's the highest I've seen. So it's totally amazing, and I very much recommend our listeners to go and try.
That's awesome.
It's Corey Baker and a fantastic presentation of Japanese food.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, it's even though we've been there several times and they've only opened less than 2 weeks, it's amazing every time because there's a freshness to what he does. He loves what he does, just like when you play. Yeah.
And that's not so different what we do with the pianos. Yeah. You try to have the very best ingredients and the craftsmanship that goes into it.
Yes.
But the whole presentation is done and overlooked by somebody who is at that master level as your son. So it is amazing. Yeah.
One thing I'd like to say about we did the master class, and you changed the lives of 2 pianists who were already really good pianists at 14 and 16. But they had a fire for the music. After once the master class, we were only there for an hour, 30 minutes each. They both changed songs. They both played differently. The parents, the teachers all went, they didn't sound like the same pianists that started at the beginning of the master class.
Well, they
Amazing.
have wonderful teachers as is. And when you have such strong bases, then we can all contribute for here and there. But they are fantastic young talents coming. And I hope to see them again when we come.
Yeah.
It would be great to see how they progress and grow. But as is, they have won several competitions already, and it's wonderful to see young people play that way.
Play and continue, yeah. But I think you gave them something different that nobody else has ever given them. A love for the music and a fire. You had them fired, they were fired up. I mean, I got texts and emails afterwards from the parents and the next day, but they couldn't sleep because they wanted to play. They wanted to perform again more because they were so enjoyed the night. Usually they're worried about playing, what am I going to play? I don't want to make any mistakes. It wasn't about that. It was about loving the music, and you told them, you know, I remember this because we were watching, don't look at your hands, but feel the music.
Yeah.
And you know, you have to feel the music, not just what you're playing, but and when you feel it, what you're presenting is different.
Yes.
You're not presenting notes anymore.
Yeah.
You're presenting, you know, the soul of the music, your soul of the music.
I do feel that if they miss note here and there, well, it's not that important compared to missing the whole essence, the soul, the passion, the music, the feel for that, so that we all moved.
Yes.
And when this is missing, then I feel that what's the point to come to a performance?
Yeah.
You could as well just listen to a perfect CD at home.
Right.
You come there to be moved.
Yes.
And very often it's an uplifting effect.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do feel energized, I'm so glad you're mentioning that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the aim of it, that we never discourage them in some ways, but actually encourage to go and find more and open up and blossom.
Yeah. They really opened up last night. It was unbelievable. It was amazing. And what you did at the Piano Technicians Guild, there was a comment from one of the technicians about how you played something for him, and Chin played also,
yes.
And he said, well, what about the power about this? And you made the piano speak.
Oh.
I mean, he was like, afterwards he spoke to me about that. You made the piano speak not just so what it can do. So a lot of times people will build a piano and people want this sound for this particular composer, and then a different sound for this composer, and they say, well, that piano's only for this, and this piano's only for that. If you build the right piano, it's good for any composer. It's up to the musician to make the difference. The pianist makes the difference. You can make the difference, and you make the difference when you did that. And you amazed all those technicians were just like, because they were all different. A lot of them were musicians and pianists also. They understood that.
Thank you, because I think as a performer, you should know what you're wanting, not only from the piece, but also from the piano. And if you know that, and you're familiar with piano actions and hammers and elements and others, what influences us, then you can also convey to technician what needs to be done so it sounds wonderful. Yeah. Some pianists in the world resolve it so that they travel with their own instrument. But most of us, we still go and play on the piano that's in the hall available, and you have to make the best of it as is. If you do have a technician there and you can tell them, you have to also tune to the technician, and it's the same pitch there.
Right.
Yeah. So what I mean with that is sometimes pianists are just overly concerned about their own performance, or how do I look in this piece, rather than going there as that I have a plain canvas and now I'm taking a palette of colors and I'm starting to paint right there.
Yes. Yep.
So how is this instrument responding? How is it sounding in this hall? How is it making it that audience feels? Where are they?
Yeah.
That you start sensing, where are they? Are they with you? Are they listening? And I do think that it combines it all. The instrument, the technicians, the piece, and the place where you are at.
Yes.
Yeah. And that combination, the entirety of that, needs to be there for this to work.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Well, we've had a wonderful time with you this week. We're gonna miss you already. We want you to come back sooner, because it's been eye-opening. I know that it's been for other people. It's been eye-opening for everybody that you've met and touched since you've been here. And we sure appreciate you, and blessings to you and your family.
We are honored and grateful to you, Bob, to your team, and to Classic Pianos. And I'm very much looking forward to coming back again, meeting more Estonia owners, fans, and enjoying the whole ride together.
I agree 100%. We thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.